He's like, oops.
Good morning, welcome in, happy Sunday. It's Love My 419 right here at NBC 24. From the Harold Jaffe Jeweler Studios, I'm Andrew Z. Tracy Boyce is here. And, of course, my good friend Steve Reamy, brought to you by Rachel Michaels Gourmet Popcorn.
I'm still tasting it.
We were eating popcorn before we got on the air here.
Bacon. Bacon. Where's that?
Bacon in it, bacon flavors,
So
nothing
good.
like that.
Caramel bacon.
Perfect for breakfast.
So big news this week. ProMedica deal has been finalized.
Yes.
They are moving downtown to the steam plant.
I'm so excited.
I don't like it. I'll say it. I don't like it. I don't like
what?
it. I don't.
You want to see amusement park?
I'm not on the Opal Covey tip where I don't like the parking structure. Look at blocking the river view. You have to be able to see the water from the street. Otherwise, it's not
Go
valuable.
to the top of the parking lot.
No,
Mid-July, you can smell it, Andy. You don't need to see it.
And then you're drinking it.
The waterfront is our jewel, and I just don't like it being blocked.
Here's how I
because
look at it.
Someone else proposed one story and then go underground. There was something underground. I like.
Water table.
I like all day long.
You're right next to a...
No,
It
it's
just gives you more reason to go on the docks and look at it from the other side.
the other side.
There you go.
Exactly.
Well, congratulations to ProMedica.
Yes.
It's going to be a big deal for downtown for sure. We got a lot of stuff to do on today's show, including Glass City Marathon. We have a really cool piece that we did. We followed one of the runners, so we got that coming up for you. We've got an exclusive interview with Toledo Free Press's Tom Pound. Sad news, of course.
Yes.
The Free Press closing this week. That was really that hurt me for some reason.
Hurt me.
Hurt my heart. And then
Tommy.
And Tracy Boyce was partying and eating a taste of the nation. It's all coming up next right here on Love My 419 NBC 24. We'll be right back. Hang on.
Once upon a night, you walked with something in my head. I couldn't escape the memory of a phone call and of what you said.
Visit our Facebook page and message us at Love My 419 or on the web at lovemy419.com. Now, back to Love My 419 on NBC 24. This is Love My 419's Positively Toledo. I'm Andrew Z. This past weekend was the Glass City Marathon. When the race was first organized, there were just a few hundred runners. Now 9,000 descend upon UT just a few years later. Definitely a Glass City success story. Even the Pink Panther can't stay away. I'm here with the Pink Panther at the Glass City Marathon. Pink Panther, you loving your 419? Oh yeah. I've watched the marathon grow, and there's a game I like to play with myself. What's their story? I watch runners go by and I imagine their motivation for running. What's their story? To get in shape, a challenge, the final step in a battle against an ailment, because of a spouse? Everyone has a story or a motivation as to why they run.
I love the way I feel after I finish, okay?
I said I ran because they're my family and we run as a family.
It really does feel good after you're done.
Originally started doing this probably about 3 years ago and help raising awareness for firefighter fitness. And so we started with 5Ks. I'm just kind of like a local in Sandusky thing. One of the guys that helped us start it was Jamie Dickman. He's one of the Toledo firemen that died in line of duty last year. So he was a good friend of a lot of us for years, so we really wanted to take it to the next step.
We caught up literally with Brandon. We asked Brandon while he was running what his motivation was.
Well, we saw it last year, and my friend up there decided that we're going to do it next year.
It was interesting enough to be interviewing Brandon while he was running. Then a woman from the crowd approached. It was Brandon's mother.
Well, Mama.
Is that your mom?
That's my mom. She's running with my grandma on the phone.
Grandma from Florida.
It's a whole family affair.
That's awesome.
Good job, Brandon. Good job, Brandon.
Mom's proud of you, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing Brandon's mom got me thinking, no matter what the motivation is, a commitment like running 26.2 miles isn't something you can do on your own. If you commit to it, your family commits to it. I want you to meet Brian Smucker. We found out his motivation for running from his mom and dad. What was his motivation?
To keep up with his 3 girls in soccer.
That's right. Brian wasn't just running his first marathon for him. He was running it for his daughters. That's Mallory on the left, Lydia in the middle, and Mallory's twin Audrey on the right. Brian, his wife April, and the girls are very active and run many races together. Between Brian's wife, his girls, and his mom and dad, there's no way he wasn't going to finish this marathon. Or was there? Mom and dad weren't able to find Brian at the 11-mile mark. It was heartwarming to see the love that Brian's parents have for him. That was evident in just a quick conversation I had with him.
So he's ahead of his time run, so we're hoping to catch up. I'm not smart enough to use a smartphone to keep ahead of him.
We'll catch up with Brian's mom and dad at the end of the race, where they hope to see Brian cross the finish line. We find them at the finish line just seconds before Brian is expected to arrive.
He's paced it.
He's supposed to arrive like 10:32.
And we're on 10:31.
Brian also coaches his daughter's soccer team. He needs to be in Bowling Green for the soccer game by 11:30. Even if things go as planned and Brian arrives at 10:32, it's still going to be tight. It's now more than 10 minutes past when Brian should have arrived. His dad is getting worried. Dad takes to the top of the stadium to see if he can see Brian coming in.
You keep watching. I'm going up on the hill.
More than 20 minutes after the time Brian should arrive, his parents are getting nervous, and the chances of him making his daughter's soccer game look slim at best. Dad comes down from high atop the glass bowl and decides to hit the course to find Brian. Did Brian give up? Or even worse?
Backtrack and find him.
Dad spots Brian. You can tell how excited he is. He decides he's going to bring Brian in. In his flannel shirt, jeans, and hiking shoes, obviously not prepared to do any running himself, he takes off to accompany his son to the finish line.
We'll help him.
Was he all right?
From Maumee, Ohio.
Brian had several wins that day. He finished the marathon, win. He made it to Bowling Green to coach his daughter's soccer game, win. And they won the soccer game itself. But more importantly, Brian Smucker is surrounded by family who will support him, whether his day was full of wins or not. And that's what this is really all about. That's Positively Toledo. I'm Andrew Z for Love My 419. I go back and I'm like, no, I know it was before this.
I know, yeah. And then it's crazy. And then like this 20 minutes comes up, and I'm like, how do we go from this all the way to like?
Because they don't. It's an algorithm thing. They don't do it in chronological order. Coming up, more Love My 419 in a second, but first, Jaffe's here from Jaffe Jewelers. Good morning, Jeff.
How do you do?
Yeah, I don't know if you know, but next Sunday, a week from today, is Mother's Day.
I heard that.
Did you hear that?
Oh, wow. I could have told you that.
I bet you did.
Do you have any fun things for Mother's Day?
We do all kinds of things for Mother's Day. Actually, it's the whole gamut. It's we've been having. Certainly, we do children's, family jewelry. We do birthstones. We do, but a lot of times it has nothing to do with that as much as it does just wanting to take care of mom. Yeah,
yes, whatever mom wants.
If mom's happy, everybody's happy.
Yeah, that is so true. That too.
Yeah, that is so
true.
Yeah. Well, Mother's Day is going to be fun then, and we got to get them some jewelry. Moms like jewelry no matter what.
I think women in general, moms are not like jewelry. It's a rarity when they don't.
It is a rarity.
Yes.
So you guys got to get over to Jaffe Jewelers, get you some jewelry. Tracy, what do you need? So
I would say, what's the hot item? What's the hot item for moms going on?
Tiaras?
Tiaras are the second hottest item.
Queen of the house.
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row, Steve, with his
right hand ring.
No, we've been. I could tell you that we've been selling Shinola for mothers. We've been doing, the charm bracelets. Remember the old-fashioned charm bracelets?
Yes.
After the bead bracelets have been so popular, now we're starting to see a trend back to the old-fashioned charm bracelets. So there's all kinds of things that we can do.
Wow, what do you got for sisters?
I got a brother.
There Jaffe Jewelers, where Toledo gets engaged, and the place to go for Mother's Day on Talmadge Road, right across the mall. More Love My 419 is next.
Are you listening, Peter?
I'm Tom Pounds, and I love my 419.
Welcome back to Love My 419. It's One-on-One with Andrew Z. I'm here with Tom Pounds, the owner of the Toledo Free Press, which, of course, sadly for Toledo, ceased operations this week. And Tom joins us right now. Tom, when you first knew that this was going to happen, it was inevitable for you. What was going through your mind after 10 years, celebrating 10 years?
Well, it's kind of funny because my bookkeeper, Pam Burson, we've been looking at these. She knows the numbers and I know the numbers, and we've thwarted off death many times over the last few years. So we seem to pull ourselves out of the fire a number of times. We call it good bounces our way, whether it be a big thing with the delinquent tax list from the county. We would have been dead in November if we didn't get that, and it was 160 grand or something like that. Yeah. And so this time, she said, "Well, you're going to pull it out again," because I've always pulled it out.
Yeah,
and
right.
I said, "I don't think so. I don't think so." And that was probably in early March, and I knew by the end of the March we may not get into April. But once we got to close to April, I said, "Well, we might as well go through April because we have the mud hen section, and we can make a little bit more money on that and pay some bills." But after that was over, it's a shame of it. We finally actually put a good sales team together. It'd been hard, and we got some good people in there, but it's just not going to happen. We owed way too much money.
You've been super candid, and it almost seems to me like obviously you're never happy when a business closes. A guy that's had that happen, I know that, but it seems like a weight's been lifted off your shoulders a little bit.
A little bit. I mean, it's. I think I was telling you earlier that the only time I really wept is when I read my son's piece on Facebook. How proud he was of what we did, and I'm very, very proud of what we've done. And no one's ever dreamed that we could do this in 10 years. 5 straight best weeklies in Ohio. Never been happened before. Probably never happen again. And we may win a 6th, which we're in for the 14. For 14, that'd be funny. I'll go and collect that bad boy in October. I don't care where I am, but we're not fighting on a level playing field. So that's half the battle. So we keep on for another month. For what? To what end? To have more ads sold at $200 when I'm selling them for $1,000. I mean that's not fair. It's not right.
You bring it up. For those who don't know, you worked for the Blade. Obviously, when you left the Blade, you started this weekly newspaper. So basically, they're Blade's competition. And I know you've taken a good chunk of advertising from them. Obviously, they're this big giant, so maybe it didn't kill them, but it definitely made them mad.
Got their attention.
Yeah, it got their attention, and they've really, come after you personally. Just like you said, that you were selling ads for $1,000, they would offer the same ad in their paper, which is a bigger circulation, to people just for $200 just to get them over there and things like that. You allege, right? I mean, that's
it's not alleged. It's happening.
Yeah.
I've not. Let me go back to when I left them. I promised them 3 things. 1, I would not compete with them unless I would open a daily. A weekly, which we could have done the next day. 2, I would not give out inside information, and 3, I would not disparage them, which I have not. My editor, Michael Miller, disparaged him many times, and most people know in newspaper business, when I hired Michael, I said, "Michael, we would agree on the vision, on the glass half full, and be pro-Toledo." And he said, "I'll do that if you stay out of my way." In other words, publisher interference. I said, "That's fine, I got a lot to do. I'll print the paper, I'll distribute the paper, I'll sell the advertising, I'll do all the other stuff, and bill the people and invoice and collect the money." And so I didn't. And the Blade says in their lawsuit, and not mine, BCI's lawsuit, is that Michael is my alter ego, ergo what he says is me saying it. Which, and there's a newspaper trying to stop someone's First Amendment rights. Not the 21st, the very First Amendment.
Right.
So they're making that decision to come after us. And someone said, "Is it personal?" Well, my name's on the lawsuit, so it's personal, absolutely. Competition. anyone sells matchbook covers competition, your competition.
Sure.
You're going out and getting money from Bellamere Sweets and Jaffe Jewelers, and so am I. So we're trying to be the best value for those customers we can. That's what we try to offer. Same as the Blade, City Paper, all the other print opportunities in town. So what? So why me? Because it's me. And so is it personal? Of course it is.
Over the 10 years, you've had so many great moments, like you said, winning the newspaper of Ohio for 5 years in a row, best weekly newspaper. What would you say is your proudest moment over the last 10 years?
I think it's really the proudest moment. I mean, obviously those are big, but it's what we did with the nonprofits. I think being an advocate for some of these people that we took, the ones that were not bullied and told to stay away from us, the ones that stayed with us are good people, and we raised a lot of money. I mean, Michael got into this kick. He became the Don Kirshner of Toledo, producing albums and CDs for Make-A-Wish and those kinds of things. We raised a lot of money, and that's a lot of work I do with nonprofits in town, Red Cross and that. So I think those are kind of the unsung things we did that no one really knows about.
Before we go, is there any chance of a Toledo Free Press 2.0, a new version, something?
I never count anything out. I mean, once we close, a lot of outreach people coming and say they'd like to help us, and so we'll see. But right now we're
your future's up in the air. You're taking meetings, you're taking phone calls. You don't know who knows what's going to happen.
I want to stay in Toledo. I love this city, and I'm sure there's something I can do here.
Tom Pounds, thank you so much.
Thanks, Dave.
Toledo Free Press.
Thanks, Brett.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to Love My 419 from the Harold Jaffe Jeweler Studios. I'm Andrew Z, Tracy Boyce, Steve Reedy, brought to you by Cherry Vision Center.
Yes, I'm telling you, and they have the best new collection of spring and summer eyewear. You gotta go check it out.
Oh yeah,
non-glare.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, last weekend was Taste of the Nation, and Tracy was out spinning and a twirling.
Oh, it was so
for
fun.
shame. We got it all on video.
Yeah, I got it all on my phone too.
Oh, you wish you had it on your phone.
I'm gonna watch Steve's X-rated version. You guys are gonna watch the G-rated version now.
You get the Sunday morning version.
Right.
This is our 20th anniversary. I want to say that we're here to raise money to end childhood hunger. We have foodies here, people who are philanthropic and people who like a good party. We have 45 plus restaurants here this evening, 1,200 people, and we have raised over $80,000 in individual ticket sales and $92,500 in corporate sponsors.
I think Taste of the Nation is our absolute favorite event of the year. It brings out a lot of people who are coming together for a great cause. It highlights a lot of, if not all of, the great independent restaurants in downtown, or in all of Toledo.
Our restaurants are so giving and generous. They bring 400 to 500 plates every year. We actually had a waiting list this year because the generosity in this community is untouched by any other that I've lived in.
There he is. Check it out. Hi, I'm Zach Leahy, owner of Manhattan's, and I love my 419.
Oh my gosh, we had so much wonderful food tonight, especially the meatballs were wonderful. Kuznos had great filet with lobster, and the wine is fantastic.
That's $1,400. I don't even have that much in my pocket right now.
Well, you don't, then I want nothing to do with you.
That's true. Well,
as our 20th, this is as wonderful as it's been. We've had more patrons, more money, and more restaurants involved than ever before. Hi, I'm Marla Schucht from Taste of the Nation. I'm a co-chair of the event, and I love my 419.
That was horrible. I will not accept that.
We are getting ready to get this party started.
All right, Bridget's coming up right after this. Give us 2 minutes to get up here. We'll be right up.
Are you ready?
I am ready!
You can see footage at ilovemy419.com and on TV with Tracy. We love her. Oh, we're gonna get a little Latin up in here. You guys having a good time? 20 years of Taste of the Nation in this city.
Just Tracy, you're holding your head. Holding her head in shame.
I am so not.
The walk and skip of shame.
Taste of the Nation, one of the biggest events in Toledo every single year.
I've raised so much money for
it's awesome.
No Kid Hungry.
We got to take a break. We'll come right back with more Love My 419 coming up next from the Harold Jaffe Jeweler Studios. Now back to Love My 419 on NBC 24. All right. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook. Check out our website, lovemy419.com. Advertise with us. You want to be on the show? You want to be on the great wall back there, the advertiser wall?
In our contest, we have the contest going on.
Absolutely. Go to our Facebook page for Bellamere giveaway. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right, Steve, what do you got for us before we get out of here? Final thoughts?
I'm just telling you. Final thoughts. Tom Pounce. I mean, anything we can do. I mean, that's just like an icon of downtown. Absolutely. Living downtown. You know, I just hope. I know he's got some things in the make, but anything we can do to help him would be good.
Tracy? There's Tracy. Big thoughts. We'll see you guys next week. For Tracy Boyce and Steve Remy, I'm Andrew Z. Have a great week. It's NBC 24. This is Love My 419.
Done.
We'll see it, Tracy. We'll see it. This has been fine.
Now here I stand, the games and the settings of it, everything into the thing, all night long.